toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Arizona Wildcats offense takes the field. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. To throw, it's Fafita. Got a man, it's Hudson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Washington's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Fafita. Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle, it's Burnett. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. The throw. Pulls it in. It's Hunter. Oh, what a cut! Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Pucks it out of the air.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Barrels ahead. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations.
Touchdown, Arizona! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Arkansas State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Williams will pass. Makes the catch. It's Boston.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. The Huskies are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. Turning it on. Quick step and go. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Catch in the middle. It's Evans. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Trying to slam in. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Now after the misfire, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. Williams looking for a man. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. A designed run for the quarterback. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line. Tried to push his way in, but not quite enough on 4th and goal. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Motion from the back. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Williams will pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Washington coming to the line with another first down. To the air on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th down, going to the air. Throwing right. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. To the air, it's Fafita. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Coleman. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And it'll be down right there.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. So this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Williams looking for a man. Makes the grab. It's Boston. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Wildcats are flying down the field. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Caught over the middle, it's Hudson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. The AT unit on the field.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. On the run, fires downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. Brings into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Got enough for the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Got a man, it's Green, and he's wrestled to the ground.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Might be looking to run. Fires downfield. It's complete. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
He might want another play. Williams will pass. Makes the grab on the left. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Huskies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about the offense? They spread them.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. He'll set up to throw. Got it on the outside. It's Coleman. Stopped short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And here comes the offense on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There he goes. Got the first down and more. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Flips it out on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Bring in the heat. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Burnett. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Williams looking for a man. That's caught. It's Green. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we swing.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Boston. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss. Powers through the defender. Touchdown, Huskies! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Williams will pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Olsen. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And the Wildcats drop to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hunter. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Catch in the middle. It's Hudson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. The play action fake. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know